over 9 minus x squared, cross multiply. So 0 is equal to 18x. X nga natin is equal to 0. So that is one of our critical value. Pwede rin guys, kung saan hindi ito mag-exist, dapat yung denominator is not equal to 0. Kaso, hindi siya part ng domain. Kaya hindi na rin pwede si 3 and negative 3 natin. Alright. Again, screenshot nyo muna guys. Question. Sorry po. Na-lost lang. Bali, yung domain po speaks of values at which hindi mag-zero yung ang domain natin guys, siya yung nag-indicate na kung ano yung mga pwede na ilagay natin kay x. Bali, dito guys, ang domain natin, lahat ng real numbers except kay 3 and negative 3. Yun yung domain natin. Yan. Explain din ang classmate niya, guys. Indicate na lang natin yung mga hindi pwede kasi nga, all real numbers pwede naman. Okay? Except, yung magpapa-undefined sa function natin. Alright. Sige. Let's proceed naman kay number 31. Okay, at x is equal to 0, which of the following is true of the function f defined by f of x is equal to x squared plus e raised to negative 2x. Ang pwede natin guys tignan kung continuous or discontinuous. Mas madaling matrace ito. Okay, so tignan muna natin kapag si x squared plus e raised to negative 2x, magko-continue siya. Kapag may specific value na nakuha, hindi nag-math error, ibig sabihin, continuous yung function natin at 0. So at x 0, ano yung makuha natin na value ni f of x, guys? Ano yung f of 0 natin? F of 0 natin is equal to 1. Dahil may specific value siya, guys, ibig sabihin nito, f is continuous. With this, mali na si letter C. Okay, next, punta naman tayo, guys, sa pag-increase and pag-decrease ng function. Okay. Sabi natin kanina guys, kailan f is increasing? F is increasing kapag yung first derivative natin guys is the greater than 0. Okay, f natin is decreasing naman. Okay, basta yung first derivative natin guys, nag-less than 0 naman ito. Okay? Sir, paano kapag equal to 0? Okay, pag yung first derivative natin nag-equal to 0, dito natin nakukuha yung critical values. Sa critical value, dito na natin nakukuha guys yung relative extrema natin. Alright? So, itong function natin guys, ikulong natin sa loob ng ddx. Okay, so kunin natin sa f prime of 0. Okay, or gawin nyo na lang, ddx na lang guys ni x squared plus e raised to negative x as x approaches to 0 daw dapat ito. So, ilan yung makukuha natin na f prime of 0 dyan guys? Okay, so that is equal kay negative 2. Si negative 2 guys, that is negative. Okay, so that is less than 0. Dahil yung first derivative natin is less than 0, what does it mean, guys? Function natin is increasing or decreasing. Alright, so function natin, it is decreasing. And so answer natin, B natin is, decreasing. Okay, sir, paano naman namin malalaman kung meron tayong relative minimum or relative maximum? Sige, screenshot niya muna ito, guys. Okay na. So, punta tayo guys sa description ng relative extrema natin. So, kailan nagkakaroon ng relative minimum and relative maximum? Okay, ganito yung gagawin natin guys. Yung critical value natin, actually, siya na rin yung relative extrema natin. Okay? Sabi natin, okay, ito guys, maximum, no? Okay, so relative maximum, nakukuha natin yan guys. Basta it is a part. Okay, basta yung first derivative natin mag-equal sa 0. Ano pa guys? Since it is opening downward, okay, dapat yung second derivative natin mag-less than 0. Sir, bakit? Okay, ang concavity kasi ng curve natin, okay, ang nagdidictate niyan guys is the second derivative. Okay, so kapag yung second derivative natin guys is less than 0, ibig sabihin, ang curve natin guys, merong downward concavity. And sa downward concavity guys, doon natin na-achieve yung relative maximum natin. Kaya naman yung relative minimum. Okay, relative minimum naman natin guys, okay, kapag okay, yung ano natin, okay, yung curve natin is opening upward. So again, na-achieve natin ito guys kapag yung first derivative natin is equal to 0. Okay, and second derivative naman natin, it must be greater than 0 kasi opening upward na siya. So, nangyayari lang ito guys kapag meron tayong upward concavity. Sir, what if yung second derivative namin mag-equal sa 0? Doon naman papasok guys, itatawag natin na point of inflection. Okay. So, ito naman yung ginagawa ni second derivative guys, no? Okay, kunwari ito yung curve natin. Kunwari, pag ganyan guys, parang sine wave. Okay, so dito guys, okay, yung downward concavity natin. Okay, so ito yung second derivative natin guys is nag-less than 0, nagne-negative. And then, meron din tayo guys, yung upward concavity. Nangyari naman yan kapag yung second derivative natin is the greater than 0. Okay, and yung point kung saan guys, okay, nag-shift tayo ng upward to downward concavity or vice versa. Yan naman tinatawag natin na point of inflection. Okay. See guys, okay, copy muna. Okay, before tayo mag-proceed sa next discussion natin. Okay, baka i-screenshot guys, no? Sige, screenshot niya muna. Okay na. Sir, paano po ulit na hindi siya pwede discontinuous? Guys, discontinuous kapag nag-error. Or kapag yung left side tsaka right side natin guys, hindi sila equivalent. Hindi naman siya nag-error. So, no need naman na i-trace kung equal ba yung right side sa left side. Kasi kapag nag-error, doon lang naman natin titignan guys, okay, kung pwede natin applyan ng removable. Since pagka-calc natin guys, okay, may specific value na siya right away, so automatically, yung function natin is continuous. Okay, on that certain value. So malabo ng discontinuous kasi may specific value siyang nakuha. Nagkakaroon lang ng discontinuity, okay, kapag walang ano guys, walang specific value na nakukuha. Okay, doon sa limit natin. Nagets naman, bakit hindi na siya agad discontinuous? Okay na tayo dyan, guys. Alright. So, let's proceed sa concept ng relative extrema natin. Okay, ito na nga. Graphically, relative extrema daw natin are the peaks and the valleys. Okay, peak, guys, yung topmost part. Valley is the lowest part. Okay, nung graph natin of a function, ayan, peaks being the points of the relative maxima, and valleys being the points of relative minima natin. So we can have multiple, ano guys, no? Okay, relative extrema and relative minima, relative maxima and relative minima. So, parang ganito yung graph mo, no? Ayan. So, marami kang relative extrema dyan, guys. Okay, so ito, pwede mong gawin na mga relative extrema mo yan. Ayan. Yung mga peak points natin. Okay, so those are relative maxima natin. Yung mga valley points natin, guys, pwede nyo considered, okay, na mga relative minima nyo. Okay, so ito mga valley points. Ayan. So, yan naman yung mga relative minima natin. So, it can have multiple values, no? Okay, hindi lang iisa, guys. Alright, so let's proceed sa ano natin. Okay, point of inflection. Okay, so a point of inflection daw natin, it is a point of a curve at which a change in the direction of a curvature occurs. Okay, yun nga yung binabanggit natin, guys, no? Pwedeng pa ganito. Okay, pwedeng baliktad. Okay, pwedeng pa ganyan. Okay, kung saan nag-change yung concavity natin, guys. Okay, yun yung point of inflection natin. Ayan. So, both of this is what we term as the point of inflection. Sir, pwede bang maraming point of inflection? Pwede. Okay, pwede kasi yung curve natin, guys, is yung katulad ng kanina, maraming kurba. Okay? So, with that, marami rin point of inflection to, guys. Ayan, nag-shift na dito, guys. Okay, concavity. Nag-change dito. Nag-change dyan, nag-change din dito. Okay? So, we can have, ano guys, no? more than one. Okay, na point of inflection. Pero guys, not necessarily, pag yung second derivative na equal sa 0, lahat ng values na nakikita 0 sa second derivative are the point of inflections na natin. Hindi. Dapat masatisfy niya pa rin, guys, yung definition, okay, na it is a point on the curve kung saan nagbabago yung direction ng concavity natin or curvature natin. So, paano malalaman yun, guys? Okay, dapat yung left side ng second derivative natin, okay, iba yung sign pagdating sa right side. Kung negative, guys, sa left side, dapat positive sa right side. Or the other way around, pag positive yung left side, dapat negative naman yung right side na second derivative. So, mas maganda kung may sample problem tayo. Okay? Para mas pagets natin. Okay? Yung pinupunto natin doon, guys. Okay na ba dito, guys? Okay. You may screenshot it. Sabi lang kung pwede na tayo proceed sa next one. Excuse. Same value po yung positive and negative. What do you mean same value and positive? Hindi, guys, hindi same value. Magkaiba nga. Positive to negative to, magkaibang value yun, guys. Sir, si point of inflection, pwede po ba din siya sa peak? Hindi pwede, guys. Okay, hindi naman nag-change ng concavity kapag nasa peak ka or sa valley. Guys, kapag positive 2, tapos negative 2, automatic magkaibang value yun, guys. Pero kung sa left side at sa right side, para sila nag-positive or para sila nag-negative, hindi yun point of inflection. Guys, imposibleng nasa valley point or nasa peak point yung point of inflection natin. Kasi hindi mag-change ng concavity doon. Kasi nandun yung ano niya nandun yung ano niya, guys, yung vertex niya. Okay, ng concavity natin. Imposibleng nandun, guys. Imposibleng mapunta sa peak tsaka sa valley yung point of inflection natin. Sabi nga natin, ang point of reflection, doon nag-change na concavity. Eh, ang peak and valleys natin, guys, yun yung yun yung parang indicator kung saan ka nasa na yung curvature mo, kung upward ba or downward. Pag nasa peak ka, downward concavity. Pag nasa, ano ka guys, nasa valley ka, meron kang upward concavity. Pero hindi yun nag-trace kung saan nag-change yung concavity. Okay, guys, with that, imposible. Naging point of inflection yung mga peaks and valley points namin. Nagets naman yung pinoint out natin doon. Bakit hindi pwedeng maging point of reflection yung peak and valley points natin? Alright. So, let's proceed kay number 32. Okay, the graph of y is equal to 5x raised to 4 minus x raised to 5 has a point or points of inflection or inflections at, okay, so kunin muna natin yung first derivative, guys. So this will be equivalent kay 20x cubed minus 5x raised to 4 lang ito, no? Kaso sa point of inflection, kay second derivative yung kinukuha natin. So isang derivative pa, guys. So ito is magiging 60x squared minus 20x cubed lang din ito. So in order to get the point of inflection, yung second derivative natin, guys, okay, ine-equate natin sa 0. Okay? With that, magiging lang to, no? 0 is equal to 60x squared minus 20x cubed. Okay, we can factor out yung 20x squared. Kasi may matitira dito na 3. Ito naman may matitira na x. So, dito guys, we can say na x can be equal to 0 or x can be equal to 3. So, either of these two can be either or both, okay, of this inflection values, okay, can be an inflection point. Okay, pero trace muna natin. Okay, yung mga concavity nila, guys. 0, 3. Isip tayo ng value na mas mababa, guys, kay 0. Sabihin natin negative 1. Pag si negative 1, guys, sinabstitute natin sa second derivative, okay, ano yung makukuha natin na value? Is it positive or is it negative? Ito guys, sa second derivative natin sa substitute. Positive. Okay, so ito guys, must be greater than 0. Okay, next, isip naman tayo ng value in between 0 to 3. Sabihin natin si 1 na lang. Okay, pag sinabstitute natin guys sa second derivative yung 1, ano yung makukuha natin na? Okay, second derivative. Is it positive or is it negative? Positive din. So at x is equal to 0, hindi nagbago yung concavity. Okay, x is less than 0, upward concavity yung meron tayo. At x is greater than 0, meron tayong upward concavity rin, guys. Therefore, x is equal to 0 is not a point of inflection. Okay, next. Okay, tignan naman natin, guys, greater than 3. Sabi natin si 4. Okay, ano yung magiging value ng second derivative natin kapag x is equal to 4? Ito naman, guys, magne-negative. So with this, nagkaroon tayo ng okay, shifting ng curvature from upward concavity up to the negative concavity. Dahil nag-change ng concavity dito, guys, so we can say na si 3 okay, is a inflection value. Okay, with this, okay, plug in natin yung 3 sa original function natin, guys, dito. At x is equal to 3, ano naman yung magiging value ni y natin dito, guys? Sa original function, that is 162. Okay, therefore, okay, yung point of reflection natin, guys, isa lang. Okay, and it is located at, okay, 0.3, 162. Okay. So, ganun lang guys yung pagkuha, okay, ng point of inflection natin. Alright. Question guys about this one. Sige, screenshot nila. Sir, saan po galing yung x is equal to 3 at x is equal to 6? Guys, roots lang nito. Ni 60x squared minus 20x cubed. Equate nyo lang sa 0. 20x squared is equal to 0. Pag sinug niyo, x is equal to 0. 3 minus x is equal to 0. X is equal to 3. Or kung hindi naniniwala dyan, guys, punta kayo sa mode 5.4. Okay, type niyo yung coefficients na to. Okay, x cubed is negative 20. X squared is 60. Wala tayong x, isi-zero natin yun. Wala tayong constant, isi-zero natin yun. Ayun. Kukuha natin 3, tsaka 0. Okay, yung roots natin. Roots lang nung binigay na cubic equation. Pinactor out lang natin yung 20x. Okay. Question, guys? Sir, bakit po di ulit kasama yung values na 3 below sa inflection? Below sa point of inflection. Ano ulit? Bakit po ulit kasama yung... Sir, bakit po di ulit kasama yung values of 3 below sa point of inflection? What do you mean, guys? Medyo di ko na gets yung question. Sir, laging sa roots lang po ng second derivative, yung point of inflection, no? Yun lang yung pagpipilian, guys. Or possible po na at point 4, wala pa rin pong shifting. Lagi lang sa roots ng second derivative. Oo nga. Na-substitute na natin yung guys, below 3, which is 1. Same lang din naman yun. Nakuha natin greater than 0. Medyo redundant na kung magsasubstitute ulit. Meron naman, guys. Meron mga example nun. Kaya guys, sa mga review books kasi, ang definition lang nila ng inflection point, basta mag-equal sa 0. Yung second derivative, inflection point na yun. That is incorrect. Okay? Ang inflection point, guys, dapat yung second derivative mag-equal sa 0. At the same time, okay, dapat may shifting ng sign sa second derivative. Or yung curvature natin, dapat magbabago. Be careful about that one, guys. So that is one of pwedeng maging trick question pagdating sa board exam. Okay? Kasi guys, at tayo kasi trigger happy tayo eh. Okay, ito no. Dalawa na yung nakuha natin na guys, roots sa second derivative. Okay, may 0, may 3. Letter D. Okay, mainipin tayo guys eh. Ayaw na natin mag-analyze madalas pag may nakuha tayong values. Okay? So pagdating sa board, okay, may nakuha na ako. Okay na to. Okay. Tama ba? May ganong mindset ba tayo madalas? Pag may napapalabas na tayo na isang beses, okay, ito na yun. May ganon ba kayong tendency, guys? Ayan. Diyan kayo madadali, guys, sa board exam. Okay? So, wag kayo, guys, padalos-dalos. Ayan. Kapag it seems like it is so easy, no? Okay, guys, no? Okay, magtaka kayo. Okay, kailangan yung i-analyze further. Okay, yung question. Yes, day 1, day 2, day 3. Pag sobrang dali, parang may mali talaga. Buong engineering, guys. Buong engineering life natin. Pag madali, shit, parang may mali. Be careful guys about sa pag-evaluate ng point of inflection. I'm so over. Sir, bali ang point of inflection is mag-base ka lang sa roots ng second derivative. Then from those roots, check mo lang kung saan mag-change yung sign. Sa example natin, okay? Yung less than or greater than 0 is same sign that hindi siya point of, yes. Okay, kapag hindi siya nagbago ng sign sa second derivative, hindi siya point of inflection. So dapat masatisfy niya dalawa. Root siya sa second derivative, at the same time, mag-change yung sign ng second derivative natin. Okay, sa left side and right side nung nakuha natin na root ng second derivative. That's correct. Okay. Any more question, guys? Okay. Na-screenshot na ba, guys? Magsabi lang kung pwede na tayo maglipat. Okay na? Sa mga nag-screenshot, screenshot na siya. I-screenshot niya na siya, guys. Okay na tayo? Okay. So, let's proceed, guys. Okay, kay number 33. The location in which the graph changes its concavity. Tawag natin ito, guys, kapag nagbabago yung curvature or nagbabago yung concavity ng curve. Sino yung nagde-dictate nun? Okay, so that is yung inflection point natin. That is correct. Critical points. Okay, ito naman guys yung ano natin, no? Okay, either yung peaks or valleys. Actually, itong ano natin guys, critical points and relative extrema natin, okay, are the same. Same values. Kung saan yung first derivative natin dapat mag-0. And both of them are, ano lang din guys, peaks and valleys ng curve natin. Okay, global extrema naman natin guys, actually ito yung highest. Okay, yan yung highest na relative extrema natin, relative maxima natin, or yan yung pinaka-lowest, okay, na relative minima natin. Pag sinabi niya na global na, no? Hindi na relative. Okay. So, let's proceed sa next topic natin. Okay, so ito na yung parang pag-graph ng function. Okay, given the function f of x is equal to x cubed over 9 minus 3x, at what interval will the function be decreasing and kailan siya mag-increase? Guys, pakiano lang, no? Okay, yung mga bracket, palitan natin ng parentheses. Okay, medyo may mali tayo dito. Hindi dapat bracket yan. Bracket kasi indicates na it is also equal. Okay, so pwedeng masama yung value na yan. It should be, ano lang to guys, parentheses lang dapat. So in order to get yung pag-increase or pag-decrease ng function, kailangan muna natin guys kunin, okay, yung critical values. So in order to get the critical values, sabi nga natin yung first derivative, in-equate natin sa 0. Okay, in order to get the critical points. Or shall we say, critical values. So kunin natin guys yung first derivative ng function. So it is maging 3x squared over 9 minus 3. This maging 0 equal lang kay x squared over 3 minus 3. So we can, ano guys, no? Okay, get na right away yung roots nito. Mode 5, 3 lang ng calculus. So lagay natin 1/3. Walang x, isi-0 natin yun. Okay, tapos yung negative 3. Okay, so with this, ano yung mga roots na makukuha natin sa kanya, guys? Okay, roots natin are 3 and negative 3. So those are our critical values. Okay, next, gamit tayo, guys, ng, okay, graph, ano natin, guys? Okay, table. Okay, lagay natin yung critical values na kuha natin, negative 3 and positive 3. Okay, tapos guys, isip tayo ng value na mas mababa kay negative 3. Sabihin natin, negative 4. Tapos substitute natin siya guys, di pa kay first derivative. Okay, pag ginawa natin guys, yung f prime of negative 4, ano yung makukuha natin? Is it positive or is it negative? Negative ba talaga? Positive. So original function, positive. So it is greater than 0. Okay, next, isip naman tayo ng value in between negative 3 and 3. Pinakamadali ata 0. Pag sinira natin to automatically kita agad natin, no? Okay, na less than kay 0. Okay, yung makuha natin guys na, okay, first derivative. Okay, and then lastly, greater than 3, 4. Ano naman yung makuha natin na f prime of 4 natin guys? Ito sa first derivative. Okay, ito is positive. So, greater than 0. Sabi natin guys, okay, sa ganito, okay, kapag nag-ano tayo, no? Okay, nag-greater than 0, dyan nag-increase yung function. Okay, kapag nag-less than 0, dito yung nag-decrease yung function. So, kailangan natin guys, yung first derivative is mag-less than 0. So, it is parang in between negative 3 and 3. So, yung interval, kung saan yung function is nagde-decrease, it is in between negative 3 and 3. And that is equivalent lang din dito kay letter B natin. Alright. Next, kailan naman guys i-increase yung function? Sabi natin, nag-i-increase yung function natin basta yung first derivative mag-greater than 0. And nag-greater than yun guys kapag less than tayo kay negative 3, which is this one. Negative infinity to negative 3, that is the interval notation ng x is less than negative 3. And same goes kay x is greater than 3. Okay, nag-increase din yung function natin. So answer natin dyan guys, it is less than negative 3 o kaya greater than 3. So that is both A and C ang ito. Sir, may mga problems po ba sa boards na umaabot sa third power or more yung first derivative na kukunin ng point of inflection? Yes, guys. Okay, minsan umaabot ng ganun. Possible yan. Minsan fourth power pa. We'll never know, guys. Bracket, it means, okay, kasama yung mga values. Parang, sa negative 3, may bracket sa kanan. Ibig sabihin, kasama siya sa inequality. May equal sign. Pag parenthesis, walang equal sign. Okay, so negative infinity to negative 3 tapos may bracket. Okay, katumbas na ito guys, x is less than or equal to negative 3. Pero, pag naka-parenthesis lang siya, x is less than negative 3 lang ito. Okay, yan yung difference ng notation nila guys. Kakabago lang din kasi ng ano natin guys. Okay, set of questions in TOS natin for mathematics. So, di natin masabi, no? Baka sa board exam nyo is medyo ma-shift na. Okay, yung ano natin. Okay, set of questions. Ang tawag nila is question bank. Alright? Sagot naman yung mga tanong natin guys. Sa ganyan lang yung pag-detect kung kailan mag-increase or kailan magde-decrease yung function. Tandaan na, in order to get kung saan siya mag-increase or magde-decrease, kunin niyo muna at first, yung critical values natin. Okay, tapos na natin titignan yung mga intervals. Kung saan siya mag-increase or kung saan siya mag-decrease. Alright? Sige, let's proceed sa next one. Okay, what is the relative minimum point of the function? Okay, ano daw din yung maximum point? Alright? So, kanina, okay, f of x natin is ano to, x cubed over 9 minus 3x. First derivative natin, nakuha natin is x squared over 3 minus 3. Kunin na rin natin guys yung second derivative. Okay, second derivative natin. Okay, it is equivalent lang din ito kay 2x over 3. Tapos, ang critical values natin guys, okay, ang nakuha natin is, okay, x is equal to 3 o kaya x is negative 3. Pag kinuha natin guys yung f prime of 3, okay, ano yung makukuha natin na value? Okay, positive 2. Kapag kinuha naman natin yung f double prime of negative 3, ano naman equivalent nito guys? Negative 2 naman ito. Sabi natin, in order to get the relative minimum, dalawa yung kailangan na masatisfy nito. Ano ulit yun guys? Dapat yung first derivative natin mag-equal sa 0. At the same time, nagkakaroon tayo ng minimum point, value point, kapag opening upward. So, dapat yung second derivative natin is mag-greater than 0. So, ang greater than 0 dito guys is at x is equal to 3. Okay, with that, yung relative minimum natin guys, it should be at x is equal to 3. Okay, so ano yung value ng f of 3 naman natin dito guys? Ito sa original function. Pag x natin is 3, original function natin is equal to? Okay, ito naman is negative 6. So, relative minimum point natin, it is located, guys, at 3, negative 6 lang din ito. Alright? So, paano naman matitrace yung relative maximum? Okay? Sabi natin, ang relative maximum point, okay, kailangan masatisfy yung dalawang condition. So, dapat yung first derivative equal siya sa 0. Dapat critical value siya. At the same time, nagkakaroon lang ng peak point kapag yung curve natin is opening downward. So, dapat, okay, yung second derivative niya is less than 0. Okay, so nag-negative lang guys yung second derivative natin at x is equal to negative 3. Okay, so makuha natin, okay, value point niya guys, peak point niya is at x is equal to negative 3. Ano yung f of negative 3 natin guys? Okay, that is equal to 6. So, ang relative maximum natin, guys, it is located at, okay, negative 3, positive 6 ito. Okay, so answer natin dito, guys, relative minimum natin is at 3, negative 6. Relative maximum is at negative 3, positive 6 naman ito. Alright. Question so far, guys. Medyo na-gets naman yung mga pinagagawa natin. Ito, baka ito nang sa boards guys ha. Itong definition ng relative minimum. So, dalawa yung kailangan na maana dyan, no? Okay, ma-satisfy na condition. First derivative must be equal to 0 sa relative minimum and second derivative must be greater than 0 or second derivative must be positive. For relative maximum naman, dapat critical value siya or first derivative mag-0. At the same time, second derivative natin must be less than or 0 or second derivative must be negative. Okay? Na-screenshot na ba guys? Magsabi lang, no? Kung pwede na tayo next slide. Last. Ano na pala tayo? 5 problems. Okay? Okay na dito guys, no? So, let's proceed sa number 38. What is the inflection, point of inflection of the given function? Sabi natin, ang second derivative natin guys, equal lang sa 2x over 3. And the point of inflection na achieve lang yun guys kapag yung second derivative is nag-equal sa 0. So, in this case, okay, so maging 0 is equal kay 2x over 3. Solving for x, equal lang nito guys sa 0. Okay, when x is 0, ano naman yung f of 0 natin guys? Original function natin, okay? So, that is also 0. That's why our point of inflection guys, makita natin yan at 0, 0. Okay. So, next. Punta tayo guys sa, wait lang. Screenshot ba? Okay na. So, punta tayo sa numbers 39 to 40. At what interval will the graph have a concavity in a downward manner? And at what interval will it have a concavity in an upward manner? So, dahil nakuha na natin guys yung point of inflection, dun tayo mag-start mag-trace. Okay, dun sa inflection value na 0. Okay, since second derivative natin, ito nagde-dictate ng concavity. Sabi natin, equal lang to sa 2x over 3. Nakuha natin previously. So, kuha lang tayo guys ng value na mas maliit kay 0. So, let's say negative 1. So, ano yung makuha natin guys na, okay, second derivative ng function at x equal to negative 1. Is it positive or negative? Negative, no? So, it is less than 0. Okay. Tapos, doon naman tayo guys sa, okay, greater than 0. Let's say 1. So, ano naman yung makuha ng sign, okay, ng, natin guys, second derivative dito. Ito naman is magpa-positive. Okay, or greater than 0. With this, we can say na pag greater than 0, we have an upward concavity. Okay, kapag, ano guys, greater than 0, okay, less than 0, yung value ng x natin, dito tayo nagkakaroon guys ng downward concavity. Okay, that's why, okay, kapag, ano guys, no? Okay, at x is less than 0, okay, yun din si negative infinity to 0, then tayo nagkakaroon ng downward concavity. Okay. Tapos, upward concavity, na-achieve natin yun, guys, kapag yung x natin is greater than 0. So, same yun kay 0 to positive infinity. Alright. Sige, guys, screenshot mo na. Any more questions sa behavior ng curve? Okay, using the first and second derivative natin, guys. Okay na. Alright. So, last two problem tayo. Okay, so application ng pagkuha ng slope ng curve. So, if y is equal to 4 cosine ni x plus sine ni 2x, what is the slope of the curve when x is equal to 2 radians? Be careful about this one, guys. Dapat kapag may trigonometric function, yung calculate natin dapat naka-radians right away. Okay? Ang slope natin, guys, di ba parang change in y over change in x lang din ito? And change in y over change in x, si dy dx lang din ito. So, slope ng curve natin, first derivative lang pala ni y with respect to x. So, pwede natin sabihin, okay, yung y natin dyan, guys, it is 4 cosine x plus sine 2x. Evaluate daw natin to, guys, when x is equivalent to 2 radians. So, in this case, ano yung magiging value ng slope ng curve natin dito, guys? Don't forget, dapat naka-radians yung calca natin. Alright, so it is equivalent kay negative 4.94 lang din. Yun. So, answer natin, ayan, naka-letter B lang din siya. Sige, screenshot ka muna, guys. Okay na. Sir, pwede po pabalik sa last slide? Ano na naman tayo dyan? Ayan. Okay na, guys. Advisable ba, sir, when dealing with integrals, differential and limit ay naka-rad mode na lang? Yes, much better. Much better, guys. Kapag nag-integral kayo, nag-derivative, okay, nagkukuha ng limits, right away, i-radians nyo lang. So that is advisable, guys. Ito or yung last slide na natin, guys. Okay, so last problem na tayo, guys, for today. Okay, find out the slope of the curve. Okay, x squared plus y squared minus 6x plus 10y plus 5 is equal to 0 at 0.10. Okay? So, pwede tayo, guys, mag-implicit differentiation since sabi natin, ang slope equivalent din kay dy dx. So, same lang din siya, guys, kay y prime. Okay, so implicit natin to, guys. Derivative lang natin. So, magiging 2x plus 2y times y prime. Okay, minus 6 plus 10y prime equivalent din to sa 0. Okay, lahat divisible by 2, no? We can further simplify this as x plus y prime minus 3 plus 5y prime is equal to 0. Okay, pagsamahin natin, guys, yung may mga derivative. Yung mga walang derivative, lipat natin sa kabila. So, factor out natin, guys, yung y prime. And let's divide both sides by y plus 5. So, y prime natin, parang 3 minus x over y plus 5 lang din. Ito yung xy natin. Laging lang natin yung x as 1 and y as 0. Yung y prime natin, which is also the slope of the curve, ano yung makukuha natin dito, guys? Okay, so that is equivalent lang din sa 2 over 5. Alternatively, pwede ganito yung gawin niya, guys. Ang slope ng curve, equivalent lang dito sa negative ng partial derivative ni function with respect to x over partial derivative ni function with respect to y. So, sir, paano yung gagawin namin dyan? Okay, yung partial derivative ni function, guys, with respect to x. Okay, so ang pwede natin gawin, okay, ipasok nyo lang sa ddx yung original function. Si x squared plus y squared. Okay, minus 6x plus 10y plus 5 as x approaches to x. Tapos, calc lang natin ito, guys. Pag tinanong si x, lagay lang natin yung original value, which is 1. Pag tinanong si y, lagay lang natin yung value ni y, which is 0. So, with this, ano yung magiging partial derivative ni function with respect to x natin din, guys? So, si calcu na yung magde-derivative para sa atin. -4. Okay. So, makukuha natin, it is -4. Next, dahil guys, si calcu, ang kaya niya lang evaluate is partial derivative with respect to x. I-switch natin ngayon. Si x magiging y, si y magiging x. Yung values nila, mag-switch din. Okay, so para makuha niya yung partial derivative with respect to y, okay, pasok niyo sa loob ng pdx. Pero para si y na yung derivative, si y gagawin mo siyang x. Si x naman yung gagawin mong y this time. So y squared plus x squared minus 6y plus 10x plus 5 as x approaches to x. Ginawa natin yan guys para this time, partial derivative ni y naman yung ginagawa ni calcu. So calc natin, I think si y yung unang itatanong. Dahil nag-switch tayo ng variable, mag-switch din tayo ng values nila guys. So si y naman yung magiging 1 this time, si x naman magiging 0. So for this one, ano naman yung value ng partial derivative with respect to y? Ito guys is 10. So slope natin dyan, sabi natin is negative ng partial derivative with respect to x over partial derivative with respect to y. Tama ba guys? Ito is naging 2 pips din. And wala tayong kanabisadong derivative, no? Si calcu mismo, no? Okay, yung nag-derivative para sa atin. Tama ba guys? Nag 2 pips din siya. Okay, so equivalent lang din ito sa 2 pips. Alright? So hanggang doon lang yung first part ng differential calculus natin, guys. Okay, next meeting, saka natin itatakal yung radius of curvature ng curve natin, guys. Okay, yung optimization, pagkuha ng minimum and maximum value, related rates. Okay, yung ano natin, guys, application sa economy ng derivative. Okay, and yung multivariable calculus natin. Okay? That will be the next meeting. Ayan. So maraming salamat guys sa pag-attend sa lecture natin up until the end. Okay, you may take your lunch na. Okay, and see you ulit on Thursday.